There you go. First time that I've ever seen it here, and I'm sure it's the same for most of yourselves. So especially on such a big occasion, what is the semi-final of a national competition here. So
I would say, Conor, I think we're making history. I think it's the first penalty shootout at inter-county level. I don't think there's been one. It is interesting to note that probably one who would have had a penalty, and young Owen Cahill, he's no longer on the pitch. So I think possibly you can nominate 5 and maybe Owen.
Yeah, no, he's fine. He was on at some stage in the game. That's all that counts. And he actually did make his way on there for the last 2 minutes. They brought him on just for the last minute. He never got on the ball, but here we go, folks. It's going to take a minute or two to get organised here. Both captains are shaking hands here. Stephen Keith and Ben Keneally from St Rina's. Stephen Keith from Ballycran.
I think it's interesting. The Offaly keeper Stephen Corcoran, Conor, he only made his debut against Derry. Stephen Keith will his wee bit more experience on the inter-county scene. He's been around a few years, as I say, son of the legendary Noel Keith. Will that experience get him through? Time will tell. As I say, the five penalty takers for Down seem to be lining up. Conor Wood certainly great striker of the ball. He has to be on, Conor.
There seems to be definitely 4 of them in the middle here, and the Offaly lads are making their way out. So Offaly appear to have won a toss, and Offaly appear to be going first. So we have number 8, I think it is, which is the man we've been talking about most of the afternoon, Owen Cahill from Burr, stepping up to take the first penalty here. So.
Man looked to have half a leg, Conor, during the match, came back on, as you say, at the death, but he's proved throughout it, great striker of the ball.
I only see 4 players from each team and certainly showing themselves here for hitting this here, so for hitting a penalty. So anyway, first up, Stephen Keith in net. He's not allowed to leave his line. Owen Cahill takes this. He's not allowed to cross the 21-yard line, so Owen lifts, Owen strikes, and that's the first goal.
And he limps away, Conor.
First score for
great credit to him.
Owen Cahill. Offaly go ahead in the shootout. So Stephen Corcoran this time takes over in goals, and the first free taker, I think, walking up there appears to be Mark Fisher from Down. Mark, sub, come on there during the game. He's asked for the ball. Yeah, Mark is indeed from Ballygalget. Steps up, places the ball here. Mark lifts, strikes, and that's saved.
Great save by the Offaly keeper, you'd have to say.
That's saved by Stephen Corcoran and the Offaly goal. So that's 1-0 for 1-0 for Offaly after the first.
Without being too overcritical, Conor, I think in a penalty it's crucial to hit it either side of the keeper. His penalty was too central, and unfortunately it gave Stephen that opportunity to save it, and you have to say good save. Offaly 1 to the good. Okay,
next up here now for Offaly is their number 22, Brian Dagnan. So Brian, come on, second half. Come on, last week got a few scores today, didn't get one today. So Stephen Keith standing the goal line. Brian Dagnan steps forward, lifts the ball, strikes, and that's saved.
Wonderful save.
Saved brilliantly by Stephen Keith. Saved, actually brought down,
on his
tapped
knees,
on his hurl, on his knees, and actually caught. So well done, Stephen Keith there. Fair enough penalty, actually well hit, slightly to the right of the keeper, but Stephen was able to read that there and get out and get it saved. So there you go, folks. Down then have looks like Paul Sheehan stepping forward here. Paul, come on. Struck a few points. So Paul, with his style of his free taking, it's the same for his penalty taking obviously here. So lifts the ball up, strikes, and that ball goes high and over the bar. So that's no score for Down again. So Offaly are still a goal to the good here, which was the first penalty taken by their midfielder Owen Cahill. So Paul Sheehan be disappointed there along with Mark Fisher. I think this is the number 18, isn't that right?
It is Aidan Tracy.
Looks like Aidan Tracy, who come on and took the freeze.
So with regards to the last one, Conor, he just got too much height on it.
Yeah.
So he didn't keep it down, and unfortunately it just whizzed over the bar. So Offaly with a chance.
I'm also
to
wondering
go
here.
on the lead.
I'm also wondering if there are only 4 free takers involved here, because I only see 4 from each team lined out. I was told there by one of the officials here today that it was 5, but maybe only 4. So here he comes forward, lifts the ball. Aidan Tracy buries the ball low to the right hand corner of the net there. In truth, Stephen Keith hadn't much chance with that there.
You'd have to say, Conor, beautifully struck.
Great finish.
Beautifully struck. Keeper had no chance. He had power. He had it to the side of the keeper. Stephen went the right way, but you have to say, great penalty.
Down are in the position now where they need to score this penalty here from Connor Woods. So Connor Woods moves forward, the centre back onto the squad this year after a couple of years out with a few injuries, etc. He's done exceptionally well in the National League and the Championship. The Christy Ring so far. Steps up here. So Connor steps forward. Stephen Corcoran in the net. Connor needs to get this one here for Down. Takes the ball and strikes it really well into the roof of the net. So good score. Good goal for Down there. So that's Down's first goal of the shootout. So they're Offaly lead 2-1.
You'd have to say Conor, as I say, Connor Woods, I've said it during the match, great striker of the ball, lovely pick up, great control, great power behind the shot. And I say the Offaly keeper's now up.
Yeah, I thought that was going to happen. That's why with only 4 from outfield. So the Offaly keeper quickly, doesn't waste any time, takes it. A poor enough penalty, to be honest. Really hit the ball, went along the ground. Stephen Keith read it again. Great save by Stephen Keith, and that brings Down possibly back into the mix here. Their next penalty will be taken, their 4th penalty will be taken by their full back, Keelan Taggart. Haven't seen Keelan take too many penalties before, but fair play to him for stepping up here today. Okay, so Keelan standing over it. The referee blows a whistle. No goalkeeper here. He makes his way, and now Stephen Corcoran ready. Lifted by Keelan and stuck with bit of top spin possibly to the right hand side as Keelan looked at it. Stephen Corcoran come across, didn't get it stopped, and that ball went into the back of the net. So well done Keelan Taggart for stepping up and for sticking that ball in the net there. Bad luck Stephen Corcoran, went the right way, just didn't get to the ball in time.
Possibly, Conor, a wee bit of shenanigans by the goalkeeper there, didn't come in late, but it didn't work. I say Keelan got enough power on it. This man, Keelan Kiley at number 6, I say, the best striker of the ball all day. I would imagine Conor would be looking for power here.
Yeah, so Stephen Keith will be here now. Does he wait and see, or does he gamble and go one way? Anyway, Keelan Kiley stands over the ball, dips here, lifts the ball, strikes, but fantastically saved by Stephen Keith down to his right hand side. A low penalty hit to Keelan's left and the goalkeeper's right. Stephen read that brilliantly, moved across, got the stop in. So fantastic save again by the Down goalkeeper and captain Stephen Keith. And guess who's taking the last penalty? It's Stephen Keith himself.
Stephen Keith has a chance here, Conor, to take down the Christy Ring final. This would be absolutely unbelievable from a Down perspective. An absolute heartache from Offaly. Keeper v keeper, you couldn't write this script, Conor.
You couldn't write it, you couldn't make it up. Hope you've got value for your fiver here today so far, lads. Here we go. Stephen Keith stands over the ball, jab lifts, ball comes down, strikes to the goalkeeper's right in the back of the net.
Unbelievable.
Down players run onto the
here,
field.
Yuri, unbelievable.
Absolutely delighted with themselves.
Unbelievable.
What a story, what a performance, what a finish. 3 goals to 2 and penalty. Offaly completely dejected in the sideline here. Understandably so from their point of view. Probably hot favourites coming into today's competition. Down had the never say die attitude in ordinary time, again in extra time. Weren't scared to take chances, weren't scared to commit men forward and get scores. The penalty shootout, you never ever thought you would see it. How brilliant was that? Absolutely fantastic for Offaly to go 2